I'm recording this screencast-o-matic for all of you students that missed class yesterday, and if any of y'all want to go over some of the directions I went over again, you'll have those as well. On Moodle, you'll see that for this week I have the directions from the Pearson Corporation about using their eText and Access. If you have not bought your eText and the online access card, please do so. When you go into the Pearson store, you have the choice and you choose the text that I have on the syllabus, which is the Lever Duffy text, the 5th edition. It will give you the option for 3 choices. One for $24.95 just to buy the loose leaf copy of the text. One for $70 that gives you the eText and the access code. That is the one you want to buy. You do not need to buy the one with all 3. You must have the eText and you must have the access code because you have to be able to see the videos and to take the assessments every week. All right, so if you'll see right now this week, you'll have chapter 1, 2, and 3, and you'll have to post the chapter quizzes there, and I'm going to show you how to do that as well as a PDF. You'll have to have all those in by midnight on Sunday. Every week I will give you the assignments on Sunday, and any individual assignments will be due Monday night at midnight, but all of the chapter test assessments will be due on Sunday night at midnight. All you have to do to make sure you're getting it right is to check your Moodle due date. All right, the next thing I want to talk to you about a little bit are your week 1 activities. Every week I will give you a document that has the activities that will be due that week. This week you need to have your Prezi link on Moodle to get the activity points, and you need to post it on Facebook. I will send you an email with the actual Facebook group page so that you can ask to join it. You must join it. Also, you need to read chapters 1 through 3 in the book. Look at the corresponding PowerPoints. Make sure you have the access code for your student activities and eText. You must have access to do the video, the tutorials, and the chapter quizzes. You're going to answer the chapter assessments for chapters 1 through 3 and submit it for grading. View all of the videos for the first 3 chapters and the Tech Tutors. The Tech Tutor on lesson plans is very good and it will assist you in your planning for the final unit plan, lesson plan presentation. The last thing you have to do, and that's due Monday night, is you have to create a Symbaloo and a Diigo digital bookmarking creation site for your unit plan / lesson plan topics. I will go over that in just a minute because I went over it in class. You'll need to post your links on a Word document and upload it by next week. Going back to the assessments, I'm going to show them to you in just a second. When you submit the assessments, they tell you how many they got right and wrong. I am not going to count your grade in points. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the assessment, and if you've got 17 out of 20, 16 out of 20, you will get 10 points. If you only got 10 out of 20, I'm not giving you an F, I'm just not giving you any points. So each one of the chapter assessments, you have the availability to make 10 points. So we will do 10 of the chapters, so that's 100 points that you will get right there. And I'm going to show you how to save the assessments in just a minute. After you have launched your eText, you will get a view like this, and it's going to have all types of ways that you can look at the video resources and all types of things like that. But all I'm really concerned about making sure that you understand is going to the end of each chapter and I'm going to the end of chapter 1 right here. At the end of each chapter, you're going to have a heading there that says Chapter Assessment. And so it says, click to go to the chapter assessment to review the context by completing a multiple choice quiz. So I'm going to click the chapter assessment, and I'm not going to get the answers right. I'm just going to click on it real quick because you have to answer all of them before it'll let you submit it. And it will tell you which ones you got wrong. Now, there's no reason for you to get any wrong because it's almost like an open book test. You can use your text open while you're answering the quiz, but the main thing is you need to be familiar with the material because the final test will come from these questions and from this material. I'm just randomly answering these real quick so that I can show you what happens after you fill in all the answers. Okay, after you've completed taking the test, if you look at the bottom, I'm going to pull this down a second. It says submit for feedback. You will click the little blue dot that says submit for feedback. You can't see it. I'm going right here. Submit for feedback. Then it tells you which ones you've got wrong. So you kind of can go back through it and it'll tell you what's correct, what's incorrect, and you can retake them again. And you see next to the submit for feedback at the bottom it says print. You will click print, but you're not going to print it. You're going to save it as a PDF. So see where it says that go to my normal printer? I'm going to change it and I'm going to do save as PDF. I will click save, and I'm just going to save it to a folder or to the desktop or whatever, wherever you're going to save it. So I'm just going to say desktop right now and click save. All right, so what happens then on Moodle, you would go to the Chapter 1 assessment and you would upload your PDF there. So that is how you're going to use the eText and the assessments. All right. Okay, going back to the Symbaloo and Diigo, I've given you 2 YouTubes on how to make a Symbaloo, how to make a Diigo. I went over them in class, but the ones of you that missed, you'll have to actually create them yourself. When you go to share your Symbaloo webmix that you created, you're going to have a little share button at the top. When you click that share button, if it doesn't turn green, there's usually a little message right there saying that you must click to verify that this is your Symbaloo account. They send you an email. After you do that, then it'll give you the green share. When you click share, it gives you a link. So I will show you that in just a second. On Diigo, when you click create Diigo, you can actually use the URL that is at the top of the page. I'm going to go to Symbaloo. Now mine will log in through Google, so I can just sign in, or you create a free account. When you create the free account, be sure to use your lsu.edu website so that you can get a Google, or you can sign in with Google, which I think is even easier. All right, this is my home webmix. As you see right now, that it shows Debbie Harriman is the person that's logged in. Now, this is one that I've created. The way that you create a webmix is you're going to click on a tile and you're going to create a tile and you'll type in the URL. I'm going to do LSU. And I'm going to show the text, which will show Louisiana State University. Oops, I didn't do LSU. Puts the name and have that. So I don't have to change the color. I can use this as my icon. I can choose this icon and I can save it. And you see right here it has LSU on it. When I click on LSU, it goes to the LSU homepage. Now, when I'm finished with that, the way to share my Symbaloo is I use the little green share at the top, and I'm going to say that I want to get a scrolls down here. I need to get a webmix info and share options, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to get this actual URL, and that is the shared URL that I will put on my Word doc that you will send to me so that I can open it. If you do not use the shared webmix link, I cannot open it because it's going to ask me for your login. So that's the thing. Now the Diigo is pretty self-explanatory, so I think you can use that pretty easily from the YouTube. So remember that your Symbaloo and Diigo links are due by Monday night. Your Prezi link must be posted here, and that's a shared link as well, or I can't open it up. Be sure to read the directions on that up above. And that is due by this Saturday, the 10th. The Chapter 1 video I made a screencast on. If you want to watch it, fine. If not, you can just go through the PowerPoint yourself. And in just a few minutes, I'm going to go through the unit lesson plan template for you on another screencast. So I hope these two will help you.